Hello friends, it's me, your pal Bill Savely with Savages Disc Golf, and guess what? Yes, another video. So I have played twice this past week into the weekend, and I'm feeling really good because, first of all, I played in a flex on Friday night, and it was with a league that I've played with before. It was at a course that I'm really working on playing better at, and I had a conversation with a buddy of mine right before the round started. God bless him, John Carey. John said to me, hey, would you like some advice? And I said, absolutely. I mean, John's like a 940 rated player. I'm an 827 rated player. I'm gonna take that advice. He said, you know, I'm a big fan. I watched the videos. I've carded with you a bunch of times. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop always trying to chase the perfect round or that perfect score in your head. Remember, it's a game and you're here to have fun. Just throw the disc. And I thought to myself, it's been a while since I've been in that mind frame, and it made a lot of sense, because I'm finding myself really putting a lot of pressure on myself to succeed because I'm so stupidly competitive with myself and with my performances of the past. Sure, there's a psychiatrist out there that would be able to explain it all, but that person isn't here right now. So I took that advice and I played and I played. And you know what? I shot 6 over par at KLM, which turns out is my best round ever at that course. And there were 2 discs that really helped me with that. First of all, I changed my throwing putter. I took the Envy out of the bag, not the Envy, I took the Proxy out of the bag, and I put the inner core in there. It's a recycled disc, recycled plastic from Trash Panda. I think this is one of their first run of the inner core. I put their stamp on there, their logo. I dyed this disc myself. And you know what? This is a straight shooter. And let me tell you, in this league, this disc saves my butt in a lot of scrambled shots. Really put me in a great position. There were 2 holes I'd like to have back, but overall I shot 6 over par. And then this disc that I won in a CTP with the Berwyn League, this is a Rock 3 or a Rock X3. Either way, it's a 540 3.5. And I threw this on one of the holes that gives me a lot of problems because there's a tree in the middle and I don't have the forehand to go around. And I don't really hit that groove on the right side either because I don't really throw anything overstable. But I put this in the bag and I thought to myself, just hit that angle, just hit your line. And I did, and I birdied that hole, thanks to this disc and trusting myself and my abilities at this point. So thank you, John Carey, for the advice in the league. And then today, this morning, I played in the Glitch event for the Glitch World Championships. It was at Delwood. You get 2 discs. So these are the discs that I chose. This is the Particle and the Particle Glitch. And then this is the regular soft Parachute. So I believe the Glitch is a 1700 and I believe the Parachute is a 170.5. So this one theoretically is more overstable. This one is completely neutral. Either way, I played great today. And by great, I mean I shot 5 under par for 18 holes at Delwood. Asterisk, caveat, a lot of the holes were shorter than normal. We played the red tees sometimes to the A or the B baskets. We shortened it up a lot. You still had to hit your lines. You still had to putt well, which I did. I did both of these things really well. And in warm-ups, on hole number 1, this thing hit the chains on the weak side. Almost went in. Couldn't believe it. So I think that's tied for the second closest I've been to actually acing with a disc. And it was a disc that I've never thrown before. I've never thrown the Glitch or the Parachute. And let me tell you, I absolutely loved these discs. I had so much fun playing today, and at -5 right now, hours into the event, I think there's probably maybe 12 people that still have to finish. I think I'm tied for second, and I'll probably drop maybe to like 5th or 6th. But if I stay in the top 3, that's an amazing achievement for me in that division because there's a ton of people in there. And because I was one of the first people that came out to the course today, I like to play early because I like to have the rest of my day to do a bunch of things. I was given a Crave, a PDGA Crave MVP. This disc is sweet. I don't own any black colored discs, and it's a Crave neutral fairway driver. So I'm excited about this disc, and I'm really excited about the way that I played today. And it was a combination of getting advice from John Carey, and then last night before I went to bed, I watched a video that Gannon Buhr posted, Disc Golf Professional. He gave 10 tips or 10 things he wished that he knew before he started, or 10 things he wished someone would have told him before he started. And one of the pieces of advice hit me like a ton of bricks, and it made absolute sense. He said, the birdies aren't as important as avoiding the bogeys are. And then he said, if the birdie isn't there, don't force it. Play smart, play to your capacity. Take that par because the birdie will present itself later in the round. And if you get a bogey because you tried for the birdie and missed, you're hurting yourself much more than you think. And I thought, my goodness, this makes exact sense, because going back on a bunch of rounds that I've played recently, every time I get hammered, it's because I've run a putt that I probably shouldn't have, because I'm thinking in my mind, I can make this 25-footer, I can make this 17-footer, and I throw it incorrectly because I'm trying to make up that distance, and I'm either catching a wind gust and it goes too far, or I don't throw it flat enough to where it goes to the basket. I throw it on too much of an angle and it fades across the basket, and then I have a longer putt coming back than I did initially, which then is a penalty for me because I don't make that putt. So that really worked for me very well today. Also, last thing is I played with 2 guys that played in the professional division. These guys were really good, and it's much like anything else in this life. If you surround yourself with people who are better than you are where you're at currently, they're going to raise you up to a higher level. And watching these guys play and listening to these guys talk about how they were throwing their shots really helped. I was having some trouble after maybe the 3rd hole because I found myself trying to throw these putters too hard. And the guy said to me, look, these are finesse discs. You need to just make sure you're hitting your gap and your angle, and it's finesse. Just send it out on some good rotation and you're gonna do much better. And I did. I started to throw better shots. One of the holes at Delwood that is my nemesis, I believe it's hole number 15 or 16, the big long downhill. I threw a frozen rope straight down towards that basket, and it just tapered off a little. It hit the wood chips and scooted down. I ended up taking a par there, I believe, but way better than I normally play that hole. I normally throw something too hard that I shouldn't throw, and I go out of bounds. So, lesson learned today. That's what I got for you. That's it. That's the video. Again, I'm super happy about the way I played today. And on Tuesday, I've got a surprise coming that I will wait until it comes out. And then I have a lesson. I have a disc golf lesson with someone who is very, 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 very good at the game. I'm super excited about that. Perfect timing for the Glow League this coming week, where, as usual, my goal, the goal number-wise is -10. But the goal reality-wise that's going to be in the forefront of my brain is just have fun, throw the disc, don't try too hard. That's going to be what I think about going forward. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, for liking, all of the things. And I will see you in the next video.